Hello students, this is the second part of our chapter working of institutions. In the previous lecture, we studied about the story of Mandal Commission, under which 27% of reservation was provided to the SEBCs. Now, continuing with the same story, the reason behind the mentioning of this particular incident was to provide you an analysis on how different set of institutions are involved in taking any decision. In this story also certain bodies were involved in taking decision. To start with, initially the President and the Prime Minister who finalized the decision of the recommendation with the help of and discussion with the Cabinet. The Department of Personnel and Training, which prepared the report, which was then sent to the Parliament for approval. And the third, the judiciary, under which the Supreme Court resolved the controversy which emerged on the decision of the Parliament. By this we can analyze that different institutions work for taking any decision in a country, and because these decisions affect the whole population, the decisions that are to be taken are very highly analyzed, discussed, debated on, and then only they are put into effect. But a very important question that rises up in our mind when we study about these different set of institutions, what is the role of the Prime Minister, why are different departments are framed, so many people are engaged and employed to take one single decision, so much of discussion and debating is done for a single topic. What is the requirement of this? To answer this question, we have different needs which needs to be taken care of, which need catering, and these needs cannot be fulfilled unless a proper set of rules and regulations is implemented and thoroughly followed by different group of individuals who work in specific areas and who are specialized in their field. So the need of political institutions is basically for a smooth functioning of a nation. Let's study them point by point. The first point says that political institutions ensure smooth functioning of the government by framing and implementing laws. For example, we have the Parliament which debates on the making of any laws, and after the approval of the Parliament only any proposal is implemented as a law. So, political institutions take decision for framing laws. They impose and collect taxes, which is a very important part of a democratic system where we have to look for the welfare of the commons, the welfare of the people. For this, every person who earns above a certain income level, they are imposed with taxes so that the extra money flow can be used for developmental work of those who are not so good in economic status. So the government puts taxes on them, and then that tax money is used for different developmental work for public welfare. And when so much of institutions, so many people are involved, it's not a surprise that there will be controversies, there will be conflicts among people. Some will accept and some will not accept the decisions of or the actions of the government. So to resolve these conflicts, we have separate machinery which works for resolving the controversies, and those who are deemed wrong, they are punished appropriately by this machinery as well. So political institutions combinedly work in every area for a smooth functioning of the country. We can relate these institutions with the closest example that we see around is in our schools. In schools we have a section which is for completely administrative work. We have a section which deals with the drama, the co-curricular activities. We have a section which is comprised of disciplinary actions, and there is a separate section for student bodies as well. So these different units are framed so that if any problem is faced by the students, they can take that problem to that particular unit for a better result or for resolving of the problem. If none of these units are able to provide them with any solution, then the final decision is of the principal of the school, and that decision is irrevocable, that cannot be changed. So we'll see that for every particular work there is a particular group of people working for this, and to put this on a bigger scene, on a countrywide area, we have a similar way of functioning here as well. We have divided the working of a nation into three major sets. We call them legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature, which frames the law, executive, which executes the law, and judiciary, which works as a guardian of the law. And these three set of institutions work together and provide the people with a framework of institutions for an even functioning of any nation. To take these institutions one by one, we'll study about the parliament. First, how is the parliament framed? Then to the executives, the two types of executives which we have in our country, and finally the judiciary and how the judiciary works. Let's start with the parliament. It is also known as legislature, or legislative assembly, because this institution is engaged in making of the laws. The works of a parliament are, like I just said, the making of the laws, and the parliament functions as the final lawmaking authority. It completely controls the functioning of the government, and it regulates the amount of money coming in the government treasury, and the spending of that money is also looked after by the parliament. Parliament is also called the highest level of discussion. If any decision is taken in the parliament and is finalized, then that decision is converted to a law, which is the highest forum on which any topic can be discussed. In the next lecture, we study about the division of parliament into two houses, upper house and lower house, and we'll move to the features of these two houses and the significance that they hold for functioning of the nation.